This is a very important topic that I think needs to have attention drawn to it because the way Sony and Naughty Dog are handling the leaks surrounding The Last of Us 2 is completely unacceptable. They're basically flat out abusing the YouTube copyright system to try and shift the blame of these leaks onto YouTubers instead of looking inward to their employee that they didn't pay that leaked all this information in the first place. Because I've got a news flash for you, Sony. As soon as something's public knowledge, it's fair game. You know, I never signed an NDA. I never agreed to keep The Last of Us 2 information secret. So I have every single right to talk about this content. Now, at the same time, you know, I made it a point to not include any footage or screenshots in my YouTube video because I knew you've pulled this shit in the past. It happened to me with God of War. You know, there was a massive leak for that game. Some gameplay came out early. You know, I simply made a video talking about how good the game looked, and they struck the video down. You know, they were doing this with everyone. Sony has a very long history of doing stuff like that. And just for another example of just what a wonderful company Sony is, back in 2016, I believe, they tried to copyright the phrase Let's Play so they could go in and copyright claim every single Let's Play video on YouTube. Like, this is what we're dealing with here. This is a company that has no regards for the YouTube copyright system, and they're willing to blatantly abuse it in order to cover up a leak that only occurred because they refused to pay an employee. You know, this was a disgruntled employee who leaked this entire game. You know, the entire plot synopsis is out there with screenshots and gameplay clips to back it up. And just today, an entire 90-minute gameplay clip got leaked onto the internet, including footage from the unannounced multiplayer mode. So this leak is 100% internal, and under no circumstances is it the YouTuber's responsibility to cover this shit up for you. You know, look inwards to your problems. You know, we had nothing to do with it. Once something's public knowledge, it's fair fucking game for us to talk about it. And the way they are blatantly abusing the copyright system here is completely fucked up in every single way you can imagine it. Now, there's been two examples I've seen of YouTubers' videos getting taken down simply for discussing these leaks, not even showing gameplay clips or screenshots in their videos. So it's 100% a chance that my video could be a victim of this too. And if anything, it just shows you what a piece of shit company Sony is and gives you another example of why you should not buy this game under any circumstances, you know, if by any chance you were still slightly interested in it after these shitty leaks came out. But it really just shows you what a piece of shit company Sony is overall. You know, a lot of people say I give Sony too much shit, but when they pull shit like this, you can kind of start to understand why, you know, I might not like them too much. They don't really have a great history. It's obvious they don't give a shit about, like, actual copyright law. They're more than willing to abuse the system on YouTube. And if they take down my video, you know, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to do my best to try to get YouTube to reinstate it because this type of shit is not something that people should roll over on. But at the same time, you do need to be aware of it if you're going to discuss these leaks in any form on YouTube. Even if you don't divulge the nature of the leaks, your videos are still at risk for being flagged and struck down. Like, that's what Sony is doing here. It's completely fucked up, and guess what? Google's probably not going to do anything about it because Sony's a big advertiser on the website, so whose side do you think they're actually going to take here? It's another perfect example of a big company getting fucking salty that their game got leaked, and you know, it probably cost them hundreds of millions of dollars in all honesty, but you know, you need to look inward to that problem. The only reason it leaked is because you didn't pay your fucking employee. So Sony, if you don't want your shit getting leaked online, pay your fucking people and don't look to put the blame on someone else.